In the beginning, there was nothing but the vast, endless presence of God. Imagine it, a formless void, a deep, infinite darkness, where no light had ever touched, no sound had ever stirred, no shape had ever emerged. It was a place of perfect stillness, a canvas of silence, waiting for the voice of the Creator to breathe life into its emptiness. And then, in that sacred moment, God spoke. His voice, powerful yet gentle, echoed through the boundless expanse. "Let there be light," he said, and light was born. A radiant, golden glow burst forth, piercing the darkness, scattering shadows, and filling the universe with warmth. The light was pure, vibrant, shimmering like 1,000 stars woven into a single tapestry of brilliance. It danced across the void, alive with the promise of creation, a beacon of hope in the heart of nothingness. This was the first act of creation, the dawn of the first day, when light separated from darkness, and God called the light, day, and the darkness, night. And it was good. Picture the scene as the light spread, not harsh or blinding, but soft and inviting, like the first rays of morning sun touching a quiet meadow. The darkness retreated, not in fear, but in harmony, as if it knew its place in the grand design. God looked upon this creation, this interplay of light and shadow, and saw that it was good. The universe, once formless, now held the first stroke of the Creator's hand, a foundation upon which all else would be built. The light was not just illumination, it was a declaration of God's presence, a reminder that from Him all things would flow. As you listen, imagine yourself standing in that moment, feeling the warmth of that first light on your face, a light that carries the promise of new beginnings, of hope, of life. Now, as the first day faded, the second day began to unfold. God turned His gaze to the waters, a vast, untamed ocean that churned beneath the newborn light. These waters were deep, endless, a swirling expanse that held no form or boundary. And God spoke again, His voice steady and sure, saying, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." And so it was. The waters parted, as if in reverence to His command, and a great expanse formed, a sky, vast and boundless, stretching like a canopy of sapphire across the heavens. Above the sky, the waters gathered, held in place by the Creator's will, while below, the waters remained, calm and reflective, mirroring the glory of the sky above. This was the creation of the heavens, a dome of beauty that separated the earthly waters from the heavenly ones, a space where the breath of life would soon find its home. Imagine the sky as it took shape, a vast, endless blue, shimmering with the reflection of God's glory. It was not just a boundary but a masterpiece, a canvas painted with the hues of eternity. The clouds, soft and delicate, began to form, drifting lazily across this new expanse, their edges glowing with the light of the first day. The waters below grew still, their surface smooth as glass, reflecting the sky's beauty like a mirror held up to the divine. God looked upon this expanse, this harmony of water and sky, and saw that it was good. The second day was complete, a testament to His power to bring order from chaos, to create beauty from the formless. As you rest in this moment, picture the gentle swaying of those first clouds, the quiet ripple of the waters below, and feel the peace of a world being born under the Creator's loving hand. On the third day, God's voice rang out once more, calling to the waters below the heavens. "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place," He said, "and let dry ground appear." And so it happened. The waters obeyed, drawing back like a curtain to reveal the land beneath. The earth rose, solid and strong, its surface rich with possibility. Mountains began to form, their peaks reaching toward the sky, their slopes cloaked in the promise of life. Valleys dipped low, cradling the gathered waters into rivers, lakes, and seas. The land was not barren, it was vibrant, alive with the potential for growth, a foundation for the wonders yet to come. The seas sparkled under the light of the first day, their waves lapping gently against the shores, a rhythm as steady as a heartbeat. But God was not finished with the third day. He spoke again, His voice filled with purpose. Let the land produce vegetation, he declared, seed-bearing plants and trees that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their kinds. And the earth responded. From the soil sprang forth life, grasses, soft and green, carpeting the hills, flowers, delicate and colorful, dotting the meadows with bursts of beauty, trees, tall and majestic, their branches reaching upward as if in praise. Every plant bore seeds, ensuring that life would continue, that the earth would remain fruitful. The orchards bloomed with fruit, their branches heavy with apples, figs, and pomegranates, each one a gift from the Creator. The fields swayed with wheat and barley, their golden heads bowing in the gentle breeze. The earth was alive, a symphony of growth and color, a testament to God's boundless creativity. Picture the land as it came to life, the green of the grass blending with the deep browns of the soil, the vibrant reds and yellows of the flowers standing out against the endless blue of the sea. The air was filled with the scent of blooming plants, the sound of rustling leaves, the hum of creation itself. God looked upon the land, the seas, and the vegetation, and he saw that it was good. The third day was complete, a world now shaped and adorned, ready to receive the next gifts of his creation. As you listen, imagine walking through those first fields, your feet touching the soft grass, your eyes tracing the curves of the mountains, your heart filled with the wonder of a world made new. On the fourth day, God turned his attention to the heavens. Let there be lights in the vault of the sky, he said, to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, and days, and years. And so it was. In the sky, he placed the sun, a radiant orb of fire and warmth, its golden rays spilling across the earth, bathing the fields and seas in light. The sun was a beacon, a guide, its steady rise and fall marking the rhythm of time. Beside it, God set the moon, a gentle silver glow, its light softer, cooler, casting a serene shimmer over the night. And with them, he scattered the stars, countless points of light twinkling in the vast expanse, each one a tiny spark of divine glory. The heavens were now alive, a celestial dance of light and shadow, a clockwork of seasons and days. Imagine the first sunrise, the sun climbing slowly over the horizon, its light touching the treetops, warming the earth, awakening the world. The moon, too, had its place, its glow a comfort in the darkness, a reminder of God's presence even in the night. The stars sparkled like jewels, each one unique, yet together forming constellations that told stories of eternity. God looked upon the sun, the moon, and the stars, and saw that it was good. The fourth day was complete, the heavens now a testament to his order, his beauty, his eternal plan. As you rest, picture the stars above you, their light steady and unchanging, a reminder that the Creator's hand is always near, guiding the world through day and night. On the fifth day, God's voice filled the air once more. Let the water teem with living creatures, he said, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky. And the seas came alive. Fish of every kind darted through the waters, their scales flashing in the sunlight, great whales gliding gracefully, schools of tiny fish weaving through the currents, creatures of every shape and size filling the oceans with life. Coral reefs bloomed with color, their intricate patterns a hidden masterpiece beneath the waves. In the skies, birds took flight, their wings catching the wind, their songs echoing across the land. Eagles soared high above the mountains, sparrows flitted through the trees, and doves cooed softly, their voices a gentle melody. Picture the oceans teeming with life, the waves alive with the movement of fish, the surface broken by the leap of a dolphin or the breach of a whale. The skies were no less vibrant, filled with the flutter of wings, the graceful arc of a hawk, the delicate dance of a hummingbird. Each creature was unique, crafted with care, a reflection of God's endless imagination. God looked upon the creatures of the sea and the birds of the air, and he saw that it was good. The fifth day was complete, a world now filled with movement, with life, with the joy of creation. As you listen, imagine the sound of waves lapping against the shore, the distant call of a bird, the harmony of a world alive with God's handiwork. On the sixth day, God spoke again, his voice resonant with purpose. Let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind. And so it was. The earth brought forth life, cattle grazing in the fields, their steps slow and steady, lions roaming the plains, their manes catching the light, deer leaping through the forests, their movements graceful and swift. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the mightiest elephant, was formed with care, each one a part of the Creator's design. The land was alive with the sound of hooves, the rustle of fur, the hum of life in every corner. But God's work on the sixth day was not yet complete. He paused, and in his infinite wisdom, he said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." And so God created humanity. He formed man from the dust of the earth, breathing into him the breath of life, shaping him with care and love. He created woman, a partner and companion, equal in dignity, formed from the man's side, a reflection of unity and love. Together, they were made in God's image, bearers of his likeness, entrusted with the care of his creation. Imagine the first man, Adam, opening his eyes to see the world for the first time, the golden light of the sun, the green of the grass, the endless blue of the sky. Imagine Eve, standing beside him, her heart filled with wonder as she gazed upon the beauty of the earth. They walked together, hand in hand, exploring the gardens, the rivers, the mountains, their hearts full of gratitude for the Creator who had given them life. God looked upon humanity, upon all the creatures of the land, and saw that it was very good. The sixth day was complete, a world now filled with life, with love, with the image of the divine. On the seventh day, God rested. He looked upon all that he had made, the light and darkness, the sky and sea, the land and vegetation, the sun, moon, and stars, the creatures of the sea, sky, and land, and finally, humanity. He saw that it was very good, a creation perfect in its harmony, complete in its beauty. And so he blessed the seventh day and made it holy, a day of rest, a day to reflect on the wonders of his work. The world was complete, a masterpiece of divine love, a testament to God's power and grace. As you listen to this story, let your heart be filled with the wonder of creation. Picture the light breaking through the darkness, the waters parting to reveal the sky, the land rising to meet the sea, the plants blooming in vibrant colors, the sun and moon marking the passage of time, the creatures filling the earth with life, and humanity standing as the crown of God's creation. This is the story of the beginning, the story of a world made by a loving Creator, a world filled with beauty, with purpose, with life. Rest now in the peace of this story, knowing that the same God who spoke light into existence watches over you, his creation, with love and care. Let us linger for a moment on the beauty of that first light. Imagine it again, the golden glow spreading across the void, chasing away the shadows, filling the universe with hope. It was not just light, it was the beginning of everything, the first note in the symphony of creation. God's voice, when he spoke, was not hurried or harsh, it was calm, deliberate, filled with the weight of eternity. Each word he spoke carried the power to shape reality, to bring order to chaos, to create beauty where there was none. The light was his first gift to the world, a symbol of his presence, a promise that darkness would never have the final word. And as the light gave way to the sky, picture the moment when the waters parted. The heavens stretched out like a vast tapestry, woven with threads of blue and gold. The clouds, soft and weightless, drifted across this new expanse, their edges glowing with the light of the first day. The waters below grew still, their surface reflecting the sky's beauty like a mirror held up to the divine. This was no ordinary sky, it was a masterpiece, a space where the breath of life would soon take flight. The Creator's hand was in every detail, from the curve of the horizon to the shimmer of the waves, a testament to his love for beauty, for order, for harmony. The land, too, was a wonder to behold. When the waters gathered and the earth rose, it was as if the world itself took a deep breath, preparing for the life it would soon bear. The mountains stood tall, their peaks piercing the clouds, their slopes cloaked in the promise of green. The valleys cradled the rivers, their waters flowing gently, carrying life to every corner of the earth. And when the vegetation sprang forth, it was as if the earth itself rejoiced. The grasses swayed in the breeze, the flowers bloomed in bursts of color, the trees stretched their branches toward the heavens, each one a hymn of praise to the Creator. The sun, moon, and stars brought a new rhythm to the world. The sun's warmth touched every blade of grass, every leaf, every creature that would soon walk the earth. The moon's gentle glow cast a silver light over the night, a reminder that even in darkness, God's presence remained. The stars, countless and radiant, were like a chorus of light, each one singing its own song, yet together forming a harmony that spoke of eternity. The heavens were alive, a testament to God's order, His beauty, His eternal plan. The creatures of the sea and sky filled the world with movement, with life. The oceans teemed with fish, their scales catching the light, their movements a dance of grace and freedom. The birds soared through the sky, their wings cutting through the air, their songs a melody that echoed across the land. Each creature was a masterpiece, crafted with care, a reflection of the Creator's boundless imagination. The world was no longer silent, it was alive with the sound of life, the hum of creation, the joy of existence. And then came humanity, the crown of God's creation. Adam and Eve, formed in His image, were more than just creatures, they were bearers of His likeness, entrusted with the care of His world. They walked through the gardens, their hearts filled with wonder, their eyes drinking in the beauty of the earth. They were partners, companions, created to live in harmony with each other and with the world around them. Their presence was a testament to God's love, His desire for relationship, His plan for a world filled with life and love. As the seventh day dawned, the world was complete. God rested, not out of weariness, but out of satisfaction, knowing that His creation was good, perfect in its harmony, complete in its beauty. The seventh day was a gift, a time to pause, to reflect, to give thanks for the wonders of creation. It was a day set apart, holy, a reminder that the Creator's work was not just in the making, but in the resting, in the enjoying, in the loving. This story, the story of creation, is more than just a tale of beginnings. It is a reminder of who we are, of where we come from, of the God who made us. It is a story of light breaking through darkness, of order rising from chaos, of life springing forth from nothingness. It is a story of a world made with love, with care, with purpose. As you rest in this story, let it fill your heart with peace, with wonder, with gratitude. Let it remind you that you, too, are a part of this creation, a part of God's masterpiece, loved and cherished by the one who spoke the world into being. Let us return to the light, that first act of creation, and linger there for a moment longer. Picture it again, the golden glow, the warmth, the promise. It was not just light, it was the beginning of hope, the first step in a journey that would lead to the creation of everything we know. The light was God's signature, His mark upon the universe, a declaration that He was there, that He was at work, that He was good. And as the light gave way to the sky, the land, the seas, the plants, the creatures, and humanity, each step was a continuation of that first act, a building upon that first promise. The sky, with its endless expanse, was a canvas for God's glory. The clouds, the waters, the gentle breeze, they were all part of His design, a reflection of His love for beauty. The land, with its mountains and valleys, its rivers and seas, was a foundation for life, a place where His creation could flourish. The vegetation, with its colors and textures, its fruits and seeds, was a gift, a promise of abundance, a sign of His provision. The sun, moon, and stars were a clock, a calendar, a reminder that time itself was under His control. The creatures of the sea and sky, the land and fields, were a symphony of life, each one playing its part in the grand orchestra of creation. And humanity, made in His image, was the crescendo, the culmination, the heart of His work. This story is yours, too. It is the story of your beginning, of the world you walk in, of the God who made you. As you listen, let the images fill your mind, the light, the sky, the land, the creatures, the people. Let them remind you of the Creator's love, His power, His goodness. Let them carry you into rest, into peace, into the assurance that you are part of something greater, something beautiful, something eternal. This is the story of creation, the story of a world made by God, a world He called good, a world He made for you. And so, as we come to the end of this story, let us rest in its truth. Let us rest in the light that broke the darkness, in the sky that stretched across the heavens, in the land that rose from the waters, in the life that filled the earth. Let us rest in the knowledge that we are part of this creation, part of God's plan, part of His love. Let us rest in the peace of the seventh day, knowing that the Creator who made the world also made us, and that He watches over us with care, with grace, with love. This is the story of creation, the story of beginnings, the story of a God who made all things good.